All right, everybody, how's it going? Welcome to another week in Cyclone Fight Club. It looks like we are in week number 11, which means we are officially two-thirds of the way through this. It feels like it's been quite a while now, but yes, we have 5 weeks left in the season, and then 6 of them. After these 5 weeks, there will be a playoff week featuring the top 8 contenders. And I got to say, the way the last couple of weeks have worked out has been crazy right now. And it has been quite something as we take just a quick look at the standings here. And the gaps have been closed. Akira Tozawa, who's always had a sizable lead over most people, it has been officially closed. We now have, for the first time in, I think, probably 7 weeks. It's probably been since, I think, week 4, because I think week 4 might have been the first time that Tozawa got away from the rest of the guys. But it's crazy, because now here we are after 10 weeks. Akira Tozawa shares the top of the boards with Xavier Woods, Luke Harper, and Bray Wyatt, who's fought his way back since this point. I believe Bray Wyatt started off very poorly, but since his win over Tozawa, he has been on a roll. Speaking of which, Sasha Banks has also worked her way back into this. She is right there behind at 6-4, along with Ishii and Pete Dunne. Takashi Yoshida sliding a little bit, tied in 8th with Kenny Omega and Candice LeRae. Omega definitely sliding. I think this is his first time officially out of the top 8 right now. And Candice LeRae is just a win or 2 away from fighting her way back. She's also been doing quite well over the past few weeks. She started off quite poorly. Hasn't had quite the run that Sasha Banks has had, but she's done extremely well for herself. Then, of course, at 4 and 6, holding steady their usual positions so far, Matt Hardy, Samoa Joe, Matt Riddle, and Jervis Cottonbelly. And, of course, as it's been pretty much since the beginning, Shingo Takagi and Flamita both at 1 and 9, bringing up the rear. So I'd say at least in about 14 of these positions, it is extremely close. It's at a point where just a few good wins right now can get you in. And I got to say, even though we're only 5 weeks away, technically, Shingo Takagi and Flamita as of right now, because 8th place sits at 5 and 5, technically, Shingo Takagi and Flamita still in the running for the playoffs. But we'll see what happens with that. And wow, there's a lot that I've missed on the in the chat. So if you just give me a moment, I'll get through this and then I'll get started on matches. But we would look at the Week 11 match schedule here. Tomohiro Ishii versus Flamita, not looking very good for Flamita. Speaking of not looking good for people, Kenny Omega taking on Shingo Takagi. Jesus, Flamita and Shingo needing big wins this week to keep themselves anywhere close to the playoff contention, and they have 2 huge matches in front of them. Jervis Cottonbelly versus Takashi Yoshida, Pete Dunne versus Sasha Banks, Xavier Woods versus Matt Hardy, Matt Riddle versus Luke Harper, Candice LeRae in a big match here against Akira Tozawa, and tonight's main event, a huge match here, Bray Wyatt versus Samoa Joe. And let me see if I can transition this over. It should be up here. There we go. Oh, man. All right. Give me 1 second here to make sure everything's sitting here ready to go. I haven't seen Edwards versus Keno. I did watch a recent, one of the very recent Noah events. Hang on. I need my schedule in front of me. There we go. So I know what the hell I'm booking. But Noah's looking pretty good, especially in comparison to the Suzuki-gun days. It's been a high uptick in stuff. I had to say, I tried to see how well Cody Rhodes has gotten along, not Cody Rhodes, Cody Hall has gotten along, and it's not been the best to try to see that, because it's been mostly tags. He seems to be doing pretty well for what he's part of, but he doesn't get a ton of time. Yeah, with Christmas Eve coming up, I'm very lucky because both my roommates have to work Christmas Eve, and I don't have to do crap until technically 7:30. My stepmom told me that she wanted me to go to the Christmas Eve church service, and I don't really do church, so that gives me an extra hour and a half to not really worry about anything and just sleep. But yes, Tomohiro Ishii has been fighting his way back, and like I said, just out of first place contention. But this is a big time match for Flamito. It takes quite a bit to see what he can do, and right now he's been on a huge losing streak right now, and you wonder what can come of this. I'm not really expecting. What would you say? I'm not really expecting anything big here. That's right. I forgot that I changed the music too. On top of the, I forgot that on top of the ring changes and everything, I changed the music as well. You're working Christmas Eve, Christmas, and all through until New Year's Eve. Yeah, dude, it's been crazy at work. I think the best way to describe the last 3 weeks for me, my entire December, because I always feel bad when I don't post videos for 4 days or I don't stream as often as I do. But honestly, 3 words describe my December: Postal Service, Christmas, done. How the hell do you buy TEW? Through Grey Dog Software's website. I wish I knew their new website layout. It looks slightly better, but also it looks more modern than what they have, but it's But yeah, it's gonna be interesting. But yeah, I am working Christmas Day. I am working all Monday. I am working Monday. I got to go in at 3:30 p.m. I did sign up for it because if you work for the post office, they pay you, what is it? You get your normal hourly rate plus extra overtime. So your rate on Christmas Day, at least if you're a career employee, you get 2.5 times your pay. So I'm literally going to be making $55 an hour on Monday, just doing a normal job that I would normally get paid $21 an hour for. So big money day Wednesday or Monday. Yeah, they do time and a half on holidays. They do time and a half, but Christmas they make an exception with 2.5 times. It's great. But yeah, tomorrow I got off, so I don't gotta worry about anything till 7. Flamita doing really well to keep up here with Tomohiro Ishii. Maybe that's how I should do this. I just be more casual than I used to be with this. But a nice standing shooting star press. Oh my god. Brainbuster out of the ring by Ishii. Your stream just kept crashing. It wasn't working. Oh, that's really weird. Wow. Fairbear counts quite quickly. Oh my god. Turned him inside out. Oh no. He's back in now. If there are titles with no alliance or company affiliated, if you start an alliance, it'll give you the titles. Interesting. I actually did something on. I did something on Grey Dog's site. They had a Christmas sale, and I bought the Christmas sale deal because I kind of wanted to try Bowl-bound college football, and the user interface is very mid 2000s. Or late 2000s, whenever the hell it came out. It's kind of outdated. but it's kind of interesting because it feels a little bit more freeform as to how you can make something look. So I'm doing something that nobody is doing, and that's potentially creating a new skin for bowl-bound college football in 2017, coming into 2018. Yeah, I'd say if you're not really familiar with anime and you want to get into anime and you have Netflix, Attack on Titan is a good place to start. Because I can offer you some things that can kind of get you into it. And then only when you're fully enveloped in it, you can come back to me and just go, "Hey man, what's the weird shit?" Oh, 2.9 on that huge powerbomb by Ishii. Do I have any interest in the MMA game they have? Yes, I got a little bit into WMMA 4, and I kept thinking about doing that, but I think with the WMMA 5, I'll definitely get into it. I do have an idea for it, for something I could potentially do. So, yeah. Yeah, like I said, if you're into like action oriented stuff, I know a few things for you that can get you started. I'm just one of those fucking weird dudes who loves like cutesy slice of life stuff. Like if it's cute and funny, then I'm all in. Bloodsea. I haven't ever watched Bloodsea, but I've seen the highlights of Bloodsea. It's probably the best way to describe it. Ishii doing a good job. At least this time he got him away from the ropes, but he didn't actually go for a pin here. Another code breaker by Flamita. Taking them both down. YTP. I'm guessing like YTPs, like YouTube poops, and no. I watched like a handful of those when they were first becoming a thing. But no. And as predictably as humanly possible, it apparently a fantastic match. I feel like I wasn't commentating very well on what was one of the best matches. I'm utterly shocked to find out that Ishii has won, and Flamita now gets to drop down to 1-10. But there you go. Ishii yet. I do gotta say, he did put up a very good fight. I think he did very well, but I mean that's been kind of the way Flamita's been the last 11 weeks. It's been like, oh, he might do it. No, he doesn't. Nope. Just continue to just not get that done. Let's go this way and see. There we go. Mario Yamasaki for Omega versus Shingo Takagi, which another guy in Shingo where it's like, man, I'm hoping for the best, but yeah, I'm thinking that I feel like out of the two guys, Flamita will probably be the guy to eventually get a win, because Shingo's been looking okay, but not as big as Flamita has in a lot of these matches. But yeah, we'll see. I love the custom, like out of all this, by the way, I love the custom rings. Oh, I love that they added that. It looks so nice, and they made it so simple to do, so that I can make things that just look so nice. The turnbuckles and posts are even editable, but I don't know if I want to get into that, because it just, I don't know. I feel like it's gonna, I'm gonna do something iffy. I don't know. I'd love to have like a template of like, okay, we're gonna put colors here to show you what goes where. Is this like sim wrestling? Yes. Shingo like the top guy in Dragon Gate? Yeah, I'd say top 5. I'd say Shingo's up there with Yamato, BB Hulk. I guess since Mochi's the champion, Mochi. I don't consider Saito a top 5 guy, despite the fact that he challenged for the belt. what was it, last night? I don't think Saito's a top 5 guy, but it's like, okay, Mochi, Yamato, BB Hulk, Shingo, and I'd say maybe Doi would be that 5th guy. Doi or T-Hawk. And I think we're at a point where T-Hawk is probably... I think in about a year, T-Hawk's going to take Doi's place as a top 5 guy. I think that's definitely going to happen. There we go. Oh, nice little roll-ups here. See what he's got with this. The only series you don't rage on, and this and TEW. To be fair, with this, there's no real stakes for me. It's just me kind of like watching this and having a little bit of fun. And TEW is like such a relaxing thing for me because I think I've played it long enough now that I get an idea of what and how to book, and I can have enough creative freedom there. Everything else is kind of sports related, so it's like meh. Super Mario was like, when I played Odyssey, that was, I say comfy stream as well. But yeah, TEW and this are kind of like my 2 comfy streams. Fucking Alex Reynolds and Pete Dunne. Hey, we got a conclusion to it. We got our conclusion. By the way, that's a brand new I don't think I've seen that actually. When he dropped Shingo on the ropes, like when he dropped him neck first on the ropes, I don't think I've seen that move. I didn't. That's probably not a new thing because I highly doubt that that this Kenny Omega was updated. One-winged angel, and it's a crit, and he's knocked out. Good night. This is the second time this season that Kenny Omega has knocked somebody out in under 10 minutes with a one-winged angel. The second time. We're 11 weeks in, and he's done this twice already, where he knocks somebody out with a one-winged angel in under 10 minutes. The last one was even more crazy with it was at the 5-minute mark. Literally 5 minutes in, and just kaput. I forget who that was too. Wasn't it like Candace? I can't remember anymore. Let's see here. Jervis Cottonbelly in our next matchup. By the way, once again, man, poor fucking Flamita and Shingo. And it's weird because the Flamita and Shingo that I got is from the same guy who made the Yoshida and Tozawa. So it's one of those things where I thought okay, maybe the Dragon Gate guys are built slightly less powerful than, because it really depends on, the creator of it. And it's 2 of the Dragon Gate guys are at the bottom. But then again, you have Yoshida who's towards the top, and then Tozawa who's been the top guy. So, it's I don't know what. All right, Cottonbelly versus Yoshida. This is it's not really a must win for Jervis, but this is if Jervis wins, this has got I'd say damn near every match has some level of playoff implications here, because Jervis has a potential possibility of working his way into the top 8 to potentially compete in the playoffs. And Takashi Yoshida has worked his way back into the top. He's worked his way into the top 8. He's slid a little bit, but a win here will keep him firmly in that position. So both guys could use a win. It's been interesting because it kind of it was fairly spread out, and then it got kind of shrank closer and closer, where everybody's about 3 matches away from each other. So it's going to be close for pretty much everybody going all the way into the all the way up through the final weeks. In the lacrosse stream, my mic was weird. I heard something about that. I actually looked, and I think it was a little too high. I've kind of dealt with it now, was it looked like I was hitting. I forget what it's called, but I know in Audacity, it's a thing. Get Basketball Manager 2015. I gotta say, is that on Steam? Is that the Wolverine? Oh no, Basketball Manager 2015 would be Wolverine Studios. I've not heard the greatest things about Wolverine Studios games. It might be pretty good though, and they still seem to be profitable enough to continue putting stuff out. But I haven't really played them in a while, and they're pretty much the only ones doing like really at least solid college basketball and I think college football text-based stuff now. Now it's Grey Dog. I was gonna say I haven't tried any of because I don't think Grey Dog's done a pro basketball game in years. The more I think about it, I like how I can always have this. Alright, so there's Pro Basketball Manager 2017. That's $5. Cyanide made that. Umix Studios and Cyanide, and it's mostly negative. Oh, and they do the front page sports stuff. That doesn't seem like a good idea. I would actually say you might have a better time with Wolverine Studios stuff. I don't know if it's on Steam, though. But hey, there's not. I will say there's not generally a ton of people here, even for the TEW stuff. I still have generally about a dozen people, and as a little bit of a Christmas thing, I mentioned it briefly, but I am planning on giving away a copy of TEW 2016 tonight because I do have a code, and I will say I think a good amount of people in the chat kind of already have TEW 2016. I at least know Tai2J does. I don't know how many people actually do, but oh my god, dude, that Cyber Cutter is just the grossest looking thing. Is he gonna jackhammer him here? Yes, he does. Just too close to the ropes. I didn't even think that was technically too close to the ropes, but Wait, what do I do? No, you have TEW 2016 is what I was saying. Oh yeah. Because I know you have TEW 2016, and I'm looking at giving a copy away tonight. And I don't have a ton of people who show up for it, but I do have a copy of it. Oh, all the nice chops. Oh my god. Was that like a Superman elbow? Oh, that combo is always quite something to see out of Jervis. But still, oh my god. Oh, that took everything out of Yoshida for that one. And still. You've had it since launch. You used to be a YouTuber for it. I do remember that, yeah. Well, that's cool if you got something back in the works. Damn. You make it through the time zone, Civi, here. Very nice. Uh-oh, is he going to do it again? Oh, my God. This time, dead in the middle. Pin him. Oh, my God. Yoshida is too damn tired. Here we go. That jackhammer should finish it right here. Dead center in the middle of the ring. My God. How did Jervis kick out of that? Jervis has taken a lot of punishment, and to find out that he's still not there. I feel like I'm gonna be when I'm asked if I can be trusted, It's just like, I feel like... Do you have to give me my address? I mean, it's not like a physical copy. It's just a code. So I could totally, if I could probably like whisper it to you. It's not really too hard. It's not like an address or anything. It's just an activation code. You just download it and then eLicense comes up and says, okay, what's your order ID? And then you put in an ID in. Like, you just download it off their website. And then you have an order ID that you put in, and then I can just like whisper the order ID to you, and there you go. Like, it's not like you have to mail me anything. It's just an online code. There we go. Yoshida's still not pinning him. I feel like he's put enough crap on him right now, but Jervis is still fighting his way through this. Some screen capture stuff because no money. I use OBS Studio specifically. I really do like how OBS Studio looks. There you go, Cyber Bomb in the middle of the ring. That has to do it. Yeah, there. Like, if Jervis kicked out of that, Jervis was kicking out of everything. Because you actually got doxxed. Oh yeah, you don't have to worry about that. No, I can just whisper a code to you. But there you go. Takashi Yoshida keeping himself alive and in a good position in the playoffs with a win against Jervis. That does move Jervis a little bit, kind of keeps him on the lower end here. A solid match, though, between the both of them here. And here we go. Let's see here. We got Pete Dunne and Sasha Banks. Oh yeah, I always try to like not say too much about even like my own whereabouts. Like, I keep it vague enough. Oh, we already had Yamazaki. Big John McCarthy. I try to keep it vague enough. So like when I say Des Moines, it's like, nah. Technically, not technically. Like, technically, yeah. Do you have to put credit card info? If you do get a gift copy, I mean, all you have to do is just download the like, if you were to buy it from the store, you would have, like, I think they have PayPal info that you could put in, or credit card info. I don't remember now because it's been a while since I've ordered officially from their site. Because this time when they had the sale, it was just me sending money to the PayPal of one of the developers. But yeah, I just use OBS Studio, and then I'll record like the desktop for TEW, and then crop out everything around it so that it's specifically like in the middle, so it just captures enough that's basically just the TEW window, because game capture for some reason on TEW 2016 doesn't work because it won't deal with the pop-up windows. It'll just do like the main window and that's it. It won't do anything else that pops up, so I have to do just like a desktop capture. There we go. Nice little, oh my god, just smack her one. And then I forget what kind of leg lock that is by Dunne there. He's just, Pete Dunne is very good at playing the heel. He's just throwing these open hand slaps at Sasha Banks, and I haven't seen him throw that many slaps. Oh my god. Misogynist heel Pete Dunne might be my new favorite character. I feel like this needs to be oh my god, this needs to be a character now. Just Pete Dunne who openly slaps women. That's PG, right? Oh man, strike exchange. Pete Dunne getting the better of her though. Sasha bringing it back on him though. Damn, toss him out of the ring. Nope, Dunne goes back in. Sasha. Oh, no. Oh, half Boston Crab. I should play NBA Live 18. I mean, I already play 2K18 and 2K14. I do enough basketball. I do 3 different basketball series already. I do have an idea for something. I'm doing lacrosse, and I think I'll continue to do lacrosse. But I do have a football-related idea. And then maybe when March hits, import a game from Japan and maybe have a baseball one. Did I see Star Wars? I have not seen Star Wars. In fact, I haven't seen the new series at all. Any of the movies that have come out since Disney started owning them. I'm not like a huge Star Wars fan. Like I do love the original series. I've watched the crap out of the original series. The prequels, the prequels are the prequels. I kind of watch them, but yeah, I'm not the biggest Star Wars fan. I mean, I did play Battlefront. I like their games. I like Battlefront. I like Knights of the Old Republic. It's weird because I really love their games, but I don't really watch their movies too much. There you go. She got the bank statement on Pete Dunne. No. Then again, it's only about 8.5 minutes in. But I'm just waiting for that critical to show up. It's not often you see the critical show up. But Sasha Banks absolutely in control of this right now. Pete Dunne bringing in the knees, though. Just the laziest little double stomp. It's incredible. It's always to the back. She hardly ever does a frog splash to the stomach. Pete Dunne with the backbreaker. 10 minutes into this. It's been back and forth. Pete Dunne's starting to get the momentum back here from Sasha Banks. Sasha was doing a good enough job earlier in the match to make this happen. There you go. Nice pin off the standing Frankensteiner. No. I mean, if what comes off the second rope or the top rope is considered a Frankensteiner, I would assume that's considered a top rope Frankensteiner because the Hurricane Rana is slightly different. I think. Oh, wow, that's a different pinning combination by Dunne, and he was able to get it. Damn. Slowing down the momentum of Sasha Banks with that, too. Dunne also had a win last week over Samoa Joe. Over Shingo Takagi 2 weeks ago. And, yes, he's been doing good on a nice little 3-match win streak, a very unique pinning position. It's a Frankensteiner unless there's a pin. Okay. I always forget the difference between the Frankensteiner and the Hurricane Rana. Like, I know what a Frankensteiner looks like off the top rope. It's just a standing one is like, is it still technically? Rana literally means pin, so Hurricane Rana needs to. Okay, so that's technically a Hurricane Rana. Okay. All right, good to know. Because I think I butcher a lot of moves here. Like, I know what a step-up enzigiri looks like, but then there's a lot of times where I see kicks that kind of look like enzigiris, but aren't really, I think. So it's always weird. And then you see like spinning heel kicks. Like, okay, so there's the dragon leg whip, but then I think I've heard another move before that's very similar to it. To the dragon leg whip. And I forget exactly what it was now. Poison Rana, while the right name doesn't make. That's, you know what? That's probably what fucks me up too, is because the Poison Rana is basically a reverse Frankensteiner, but there's no pin. If you can make a pin out of a Poison Rana, all hats off to you on that one. Enzigiris with the toe to the back of the head, they step up or jumping. Okay. Because then there's the step up enzigiri, and then there's the one where they catch the foot, and then he brings up the other foot. to kick him, and I don't think that's a jumping enziguri. It might be. I'm not sure now. All right, Xavier Woods versus Matt Hardy. Where do they sit on the standings here between them? Dunn, of course, going up to 7-4. So, depending on who wins and loses coming up, it'll be interesting to see what happens from that. Sasha Banks, though, not getting up there. She's going to remain back. Xavier. Okay, we are at Xavier Woods, who's one of the guys tied for first right now. And Matt Hardy's at 4 and 6. He's tied for 11th. So, needless to say, this is probably a little more important for Xavier Woods than Matt Hardy. But it's a little bit more of a must-win situation for Matt Hardy at this point. So, like I said, it's kind of interesting because of how close everything is. Every one of these matches is, the first 10 weeks or so, it was like, okay, some decent matches put on, okay, some wins, some losses. Now it's like, okay, we're getting to, god damn, what a vertical suplex. Immediately goes for the weaponry. I think that was 2 weeks ago when Xavier Woods won by just beating his opponent senseless with a kendo stick and a chair. Whole point's an enziguri to fake with the 1 foot and attack with the other. Yeah. It's like I've seen enough of it, but I'm not always 100% sure about the way things look. Also this, okay, so what Woods just did, I believe, is the surfboard stretch. I think. But I've seen people call what Jushin Liger does, which I believe is the Romero special. I've heard people refer to that as the surfboard stretch. But I'm pretty sure what he just did was a surfboard stretch where you kind of cross the legs, take the neck, put them across the knees and the shins. That's what I've always remembered as the surfboard stretch. And then what Jushin Liger does is the Romero special. But I've heard people call it the surfboard stretch as well, what Liger does. Is he going to 619 him? Oh, my God. Fantastic. Wow. I thought that was the bow and arrow. I thought that was the bow and arrow, too, but I thought it was... Yeah, Liger... I know Liger does it... Okay. Because I thought the bow and arrow was something else. See, that's the thing, is I thought it was the bow and arrow lock as well. But I wasn't sure because I thought the bow and arrow might have been something else. Surfboard, it was a sitting, one knee, bowling both arms back. That's what I thought's the bow and arrow lock. So I might have the bow and arrow lock and the surfboard stretch flipped around. Because if the surfboard is the sitting, one knee in the back, pulling both arms back, that's what I think is the bow and arrow lock. So if I have that flipped around, then that's probably the most likely option. The knees in the back, pulling the arms back. See, that's the thing is, yeah. It's one of those is the bow and arrow lock, one of those is a surfboard stretch, and I can't remember which is which. Met Jokic, nice. I gotta admit, I haven't really been paying attention to NBA the last week or so. I've been paying attention to the NFL because, my God, the Vikings are actually winning. It's insanity to me to know that the word Vikings and playoffs are about to happen. But I'm just waiting for that other shoe to drop. It's like, okay, cool, we're doing great and all, but that other shoe's going to drop at some point, and the Vikings are going to find a way to screw up their chances of getting to the Super Bowl. A lot of people have bow and arrow and surfboard messed up. The reason they call them the bow and arrow, excuse me, Indian Deathlock, the surfboard. The last couple of years. The last couple of years, I've been paying a little bit of attention. Once again, it's hard to get into it when all my teams always lose, or I don't go to too many games. I kind of pay attention to the, oh God, okay, there you go. And we have blood officially. The guy who introduced weapons into the match is the one who's bleeding somehow. That's Wikipedia for the bow and arrow. Hooking the head with one arm, the legs with the other. Rolls back, his opponent suspended above the knees, facing up. So that's the bow and arrow. Okay. It feels weird because I feel like the idea of like the knee in the back and stretching the arms out makes someone look more like an actual bow than a surfboard. I feel like a surfboard, I think it's because when you do the arms back thing, sitting with the knee in the back, that looks more like a bow and arrow lock than what the actual bow and arrow lock is. I need to fly out to Orlando. I should have. Yeah, I mean, to be fair, if I go to enough like minor league hockey games, I do like feel the need to pay attention to NHL stuff. Nice code red by Xavier Woods. Not able to get it though. Is Matt Hardy actually going to pin him off of a twist of fate this time? No, he's not. I actually got a brand new Matt Hardy that would actually pin people off twist of fates because he did like 4 of them that 1 week. In like week 1 or 2. Why is Xavier Woods pulling out so many kendo sticks? Why are there so many weapons in this match? There are more. Oh my God, there are more weapons than there are people. This is insanity. There's 2 chairs, 3 kendo sticks, and a sledgehammer, and Matt Hardy's about to hit his 3rd twist of fate, and he's still not going for a pin. This is supposed to be a Matt Hardy who goes for a pin. Romero Special and Surfboard are interchangeable names. Oh. Huh. Modified version that involves. Okay. Liger does the surfboard. So the surfboard and the Romero Special are interchangeable. Okay. Oh my God. He's already busted him open and he's still chewing. He's gnawing on his open wounds. Broncos game on the 31st. Nice. Romero Special and Surfboard are the same move. Okay. The seated surfboard is the knee in the back and pulling the arms. It's so deep of a wrestling conversation. But hey, it's like, okay, so what are these moves? Let's get an idea of of what certain moves really are. When was the last time I streamed on Hitbox? Oh, God, it's probably been almost a year now. I can't remember. It's been quite a while. Oh, my God. Dude, he didn't land in a front flip. He spiked himself on the head doing that one. Jesus Christ. I know a Poison Rana is backwards, but I feel like Hardy just, like, Zigglered himself. Trying to go for like okay, let's do that's the reverse Poison Rana. It's just a regular Hurricane Rana, but he just spikes himself on his head. Because he just doesn't get far enough around. That's the simplified thing. Bow and arrow lock is the Indian death lock. Surfboard and Romero is the same move. Seated surfboard is the most common version. Okay, so the Indian Deathlock is bow and arrow is the Indian Deathlock. But what is it that Triple H used to do? Is it just Indian leg lock? Is he gonna? Okay, that's 4 Twist of Fates. You gonna pin him yet? Dragging him into the ropes and still not. So now the question is, how many Twist of Fates does it take to put away Xavier Woods? Head scissors and arm drags, like most Frankenstein's people get mad, doesn't hurt. Trying to get separation, yeah. So what Triple H does occasionally in like big match situations, is that just like an Indian leg lock? Because if the death lock is something different, I guess it's just a regular Indian leg lock. What are you doing? Why is Matt Hardy dragging him just along the side? And 5 Twist of Fates. And Matt Hardy, 5 Twist of Fates, and Xavier Woods taps him out. What the fuck? Yeah, to be fair, you could totally do that. like I think that's totally still a thing. If I got like 10 or 12 viewers, which would be on a TEW night, I can get on the front page. But then they changed how the front page works, so it's like, it doesn't happen so much anymore. Plus, it's just really, really simple to me at this point to just stream on Twitch. There's a lot less work involved with doing that. I think if it was a bit more streamlined, like it is with certain other third-party things I can use to help stream easier. You know, Restream's cool, but Restream, I think the big thing is that Restream was all right, but it had its moments where it was like 4 a.m. and it was like, hey, we're doing some maintenance, so we're going to be down for a few minutes. And then I was just kind of at the mercy of Restream, and when they decided to stop fixing up their servers. So now it's just straight me to Twitch. I mean, I think that's still the case, though, that if I were to start streaming to Smashcast again and got like 10 to 12 people, I could still probably get a little bit higher up than most people, because Smashcast at 3 a.m. isn't the most, the biggest thing. But hey, Woods might actually take the top spot away from Tozawa. It's been goddamn 7 weeks. This fucking music for Matt Riddle. This already feels hype. This is some hype music for Matt Riddle. Yeah, what's your finish? Can't wait to kick out of it. Can't wait to tank it 5 times. And then you get so tired from hitting all these twist of fates that I just put you in a fucking... That's not even... I don't think that's technically even a knee bar that he did. Just to tap his ass out. Jesus Christ. Well, of course, Woods got up, and now he's 8-3, which means right now he has the top spot. Now it's up to Tozawa, Bray Wyatt, and in this match, Luke Harper to keep up to get that top, to tie with that top spot. So now the pressure is on Luke Harper, Bray Wyatt, and Akira Tozawa. And we'll find out now if Luke Harper has what it takes. Matt Riddle is 4-6, so he could use this win to get back into contention. I don't think he's ever really been in playoff contention yet. He hasn't even reached the top 8, but he has a good shot if he gets a win here. It was an Indian Deathlock. Oh my god! I was gonna say if what Triple H did is considered an Indian Deathlock as well, then there's a whole mess of moves. I'm gonna put my elbow on your knee and you'll tap. I'm just gonna dig into the back of your knee, and Matt Hardy just like, no, I already can't bend them correctly as is. It's not a good idea. He's got them Jimmy legs. Matt Hardy has them Jimmy legs. I think that's the first time I've watched them physically move. Luke Harper physically moved Matt Riddle with his attacks. That's quite impressive. Oh man, Fire Pro's WWE 2K18. Well, I think it's I'm saying no for right now, but when management mode comes out for Fire Pro, which I've heard is next month, Fire Pro will be better than 2K18. I think 2K18 wins by a smidge, not for because I'm totally down for the sprite graphics and everything and the customization. WWE wins by a hair because of universe mode, which is just about the only thing I really pay attention to at this point. My career is really cool, but I mean everything just takes a while to get through. I don't know. I like streamlined things. That's why I wasn't a big fan of the NBA 2K18 neighborhood. It's I understand the neighborhood looks gorgeous, but I would like the option to just streamline my game experience so I don't have to deal with unnecessary animations. But I think if when Management Mode comes out for this, like Fire Pro's got WWE beat at that point. Then all Fire Pro has to do is figure out how to get like ladder matches and table matches and all that stuff. And oh my God. It's been very back and forth, but Matt Riddle keeping Luke Harper at bay with this. In L-Stream a couple of years ago, they had a Naomi match, and every move they called as the rear view. That's just, you know what? That's what it is. Every move is now the bow and arrow lock. Every move is now the Indian death lock. How about that? Every move's the Indian death lock, and every dive to the outside is a tope suicida. Even if it's clearly like a helo. Even if I know it's a tope con helo, it's a tope suicida. Oh, nice little armbar there. I forget the name of it. The type of it. Tope con hello. Bro to sleep in the middle of the ring. Why doesn't anyone freaking pin off their finish? So few people pin off their goddamn finish these days. Come on. Not everything has to be an ROH main event from 2008. To be fair, I don't know if ROH main event matches still go like that, but I'm just thinking about any ROH main event title match with like Davey Richards or Tyler Black, where you got to do about 8 false finishes. Tope suicida! I know it is. I know what it actually is, but fuck it. I've committed to the bit that it's got to be a tope suicida. Is he actually going to win by countout? Oh, back in at 17. Oh my God. If he wins with an abdominal stretch, I quit. Dalton won with one bangerang. Yeah. That's what I thought. Is like I saw the ending of that and I wasn't sure. I know he went for the bangerang several times, and I don't know how many finishes Cody went for. I only saw one Crossroads that Dalton kicked out of. And then Dalton won with one bangerang. But like goddamn, when I first started buying like ROH pay-per-views, oh my God, kick his fucking head off. When I first started buying like ROH pay-per-views on oh God, what was it? Go Fight Live. Holy shit. Main events, false finish, false finish, false finish, false finish. I blocked a lot of those. You're thinking of streaming tips? Or this? I'm sort of not sure exactly what you were saying that you were going to stream. Oh shit! Armbar! Uh-oh. Has he got it? Sit down powerbomb. That could be it here. And he got him. And Harper's going to join Xavier Woods at the top. 8-3. And now the final 2 matches, the pressure is officially on. We're 6 matches in. We have 2 matches left. Fantastic match between them. I think right now Xavier Woods versus Matt Hardy, for the sheer like idiocy that went happen, I think that might be match of the night right now. It's just ridiculous. But then again, Candice LeRae and Akira Tozawa could potentially blow the roof off the place here. This could be on a new level of ridiculous. Please give me a good referee. Red shoes. Perfect. Oh, you were thinking of streaming. Do you have any tips? Hang on. Like, as far as basic tips, don't be too over the top, because I think I don't like over the top people. I mean, hey, it works. It works for some people, but I think that era of people acting like they have no impulse control doesn't really work anymore. Other than that, like, I don't know. I've seen a lot of, I don't want to throw shade, but I've watched a fair bit of other TEW guys who do YouTube, and I don't want to throw shade on them. But at least if you're gonna have a bit of a monotone inflection, like kind of how I am right now, at least kind of change up your tone a little bit, and you know, have a little something. Like, I don't know how to describe it, because I feel like there are times that there is a lot of monotone speaking, and then it's also like, you know, they just don't say a whole lot. I don't remember who it was, and I won't name names because you know, it's not worth that. Connor, how's it going, man? But yeah, I watched one guy, and I think for like a solid minute he was just kind of doing things and didn't really say anything about what he was doing. And I was like, okay, like, if you're gonna kind of do kind of the longer form stuff, at least try to have something. Oh my god, did he just German her into the turnbuckles? Fucking Concussion City, and she's got a goddamn ankle lock on him. Don't be an annoying as fuck, or don't use a shit mic. That's probably about all I'd say. Oh my, he walked into that cutter. She hardly ever hits that. Oh my god. RKO out of nowhere. RKO out of nowhere. There's a certain point where you hit so many cutters that they're no longer out of nowhere. Jack, no. But Jack, you're not really, you're just kind of streaming to stream. Like, there are guys that I watch who I've seen who have good ideas, and it's like, I like your ideas, I like your intentions, you just need to, like, be a little engaging. Even if you know you're just doing it for YouTube and you know you don't have an audience right there to bounce off of, like, at least just make sure you're a little bit engaging. I think that's what's the cool thing about being able to stream, is that you have people that you can kind of work with. So you have those things that make it interesting. I mean, Jack technically streams. I know he doesn't want to say that. Oh my god, is Candace got it? Oh, 2.9. I will say, if you guys enjoy my content, you might not enjoy his. Like, it takes, I'm not saying like don't follow him. I'm just saying, like, if you guys enjoy like Monster Hunter, NBA, Idolmaster, I like to hang out in his chat. But, like, I will say, because I do a lot of sports related stuff, he does too, a little bit, but it always has like that real anime flair to it, which I enjoy. But I do know, based off of my YouTube views and likes and dislikes and comments and everything, that perhaps a lot of people who do watch me don't quite appreciate anything anime related, just bar none. How dare you play Senran Kagura? It's actually not as bad. But yeah. Whoa. Candace, I'm glad that Candace is doing well, but you got to get on him. You're good at, yes, dude. Like, I will tell you that if you want to see someone succeed at NBA 2K, that he's the guy to watch. Like, I am shit at NBA 2K. I really, if you like watching people blow leads and in general play like a moron, that's me. If you want to see what like actual decent basketball gameplay looks like, that's what he does. Oh, that's it. Oh, no, he's too close to the... I don't even think that was technically too close to the ropes, but, I mean, who am I to argue? Sports fans are too macho. I mean, which is weird because, like, there are plenty of sports anime out there, and also ones that are fairly serious. Okay, I don't know why Candace is Brock taunting, but it's not helping her case right now. Indian Deathlock. Everything's an Indian Deathlock. Oh my god, if Candace wins this. Get up. Fighting Spirit. Fighting Spirit. Fighting Spirit dropkick. Will you stop Brock taunting and put this one away? Come on, Candace. God damn. Oh my god. Fucking deadlift German. She has a chance. And she's just not taking it. Candace. Put him away. Tozawa might very well win this now. Oh my god, another cutter. How many goddamn cutters are we going to watch her do? Oh, another cutter. What is this? I think she's too tired now. Oh no. Oh no, she's too close to the ropes. I was going to be like, wait, if oh my god, there's the roll up. There's the roll up. She got it. She got it. Oh my god. Oh, too close to the ropes twice for that German suplex that I guaranteed would have put her away. Because, like, that first one was the straight jacket German. That was his actual finish. The other one was just a regular German. Probably still would have put her away. But Candace finally pulled it out. Jesus. Like a 2005. Lorraine is like MySpace in 2005 with all these cutters. Oh my god. So many cutters. It's like being back in high school. Too dark. I had a lot of those friends that were just like, yeah. But she got him. Goddamn, she got him. So Tozawa is officially out of his first place spot. He's no better than tied for third place right now at 7-3. Woods won. Harper won. We're going to see if Wyatt wins and see if that pushes him away. So here we go. Main event time. Goddamn. I think White Pants Bray Wyatt has been like his lucky look. Then again, I think the last couple weeks he's been doing regular outfit. But let's put Joe in something. Let's put Joe in. Let's give him classic Joe. Let's give him a maybe not classic, but like 2007 Joe. Whoops, that's the wrong thing. There we go. Let's see who's reffing our main event. We had HBK already. Nick Patrick, the ref for the main event. It's Hoss fight time. Candace would fit well at a My Chemical Romance concert. Oh my god. I had a friend who loved My Chemical Romance when we were teenagers. He loved Hinder too. Like when Hinder's first album came out, he was all about Hinder. And then by the time their second album came out, he had grown up and he had grown a little bit more and was just like, fucking ew. Oh my god. See how we do. Here we go. Wyatt versus Joe. Wyatt's been on a roll, I think, right now. I want to see this while we're looking at this right now. Joe did lose last week in the semi-main to Pete Dunne. He did win match of the night 2 weeks ago against Matt Riddle. But Bray Wyatt right now, with a win over Shingo, a win over Kenny Omega, a win over Pete Dunne, a win over Matt Riddle, a win over Akira Tozawa. That's what started it all. 5 weeks ago, a win over Akira Tozawa. Akira Tozawa's first official loss was to Bray Wyatt 5 weeks ago, and Bray Wyatt has not lost since. He has He has channeled his inner Brock Lesnar. Like when Brock Lesnar could be like beaten by Triple H and John Cena, and then he beats The Undertaker, and he's been like virtually unbeatable since. That's kind of what we're looking at with Bray Wyatt right now. Bray Wyatt beat Akira Tozawa. He had his Brock Lesnar beating The Undertaker moment, and has since been on a warpath and unbeatable. Is that the Lips of an Angel band? Yes. Oh my god. Dude, that was all over the goddamn... It's like one of those things. Yeah, they did Lips of an Angel. They did Get Stoned. Oh my god. They did one other one, I think, on that album. But it was all over radio when it was hot. When that was hot, oh my god. I couldn't get away from Lips of an Angel. Could not get away from it. My favorite part is there's a local concert series that they do, like every May or June, and it's kind of out in the middle of nowhere, but it's like a big 12-hour festival of bands, and they had Hinder there, and they came out after Drowning Pool, but Drowning Pool just kept going. Like, they literally cut like 10 or 15 minutes into Hinder's time, and Hinder were pissed. But Drowning Pool literally is just like, Hinder's supposed to go on right about now, but fuck them! And then everyone's just like, yeah! Drowning Pool didn't give a fuck. Yeah, I think they cut into like Hinder's time by about like 10, 15 minutes. It was great. Yeah. Just all of us sitting there, not giving a shit. Was it them or Saving Abel was Addicted? Oh my god. They had like 2 or 3 hits. I don't think they were technically a one-hit wonder because they might have had 2 or 3. But yeah, is Saving Abel still a thing anymore? I don't know. I thought they did do something afterwards, but because I think they did like 18 days, but I think Addicted was probably their biggest song. I think they did officially hit one-hit wonder status. Oh my god, Wyatt almost got it. Wyatt almost got it over Joe in 8.5 minutes, which would have been fucking insanity. Yeah, Saving Abel did it. Saving Abel had a concert. God, okay, I think it was Rev Theory, Saving Abel, and then Seether. And I loved Rev Theory, and I still don't mind Rev Theory. I mean, it's like, I haven't listened to Rev Theory too much, but they've been kind of producing the same sound for a little while. But I loved Rev Theory at the time. It was probably like my 4th time that they came here for a concert. So I watched Rev Theory, and then me and my buddy sat in the back at like these tables, because it's like it's a big ballroom, and there were like tables in the back with like the concessions and everything, and we just sat in a table for the Saving Abel thing because we didn't give a shit about Saving Abel, and we were like tired from earlier in the day, and I think we actually fell asleep at some point in the middle of the Saving Abel portion of the concert. And woke up in time for Seether. It was great. Oh, Muscle Buster. Not critical though. We'll see if maybe that's enough to put him away. I think now this is the new thing. Tozawa had his streak, but now Wyatt's starting to do it. Oh, Death Valley Driver. Rev Theory is the band that did Orton's music. Yes, they are the ones who did Orton's music. I don't think they're as big as they used to be, but yeah. Oh, 2 Straight Punches. There was another band that I paid attention to, like when their first album came out, and no one knew of them. And I was like, oh yeah, this is this unknown band. And like, I kind of stopped listening to them for a couple of years, and then one of my buddies was just like, oh yeah, there's going to be a concert with like this this band that's really big right now. They got like a huge song out right now. This is probably a few years ago. And I was like, oh, I wonder what it is. And then I'm like kind of looking through the list of bands, and I'm like, oh, Pop Evil, that small band that I used to listen to. He's like, yeah, Pop Evil. I'm like, the fuck? When the hell did they become huge? And it looks like it might have been Torn to Pieces that made them like really big. Because like some of the other ones did get like a few million views. But I think that was the one that made them like really big, was Torn to Pieces. And I was like, when the fuck did they get big? Oh, back and forth between them. Uh-oh. Fighting Spirit? No, Joe's got the better of him on that one. Oh, two big knees. Let's see if Joe's got it. No, Wyatt coming back in. Uh-oh. Wyatt to the top. Knee drop. He needs to hit he needs to like get a Sister. Oh my God, is that it? He hit him with the Sister Abigail, and after all of that, he beats him with a goddamn Boston Crab. Fantastic. But either way, that is 6 weeks in a row now that Bray Wyatt is at. His current running streak is at 6 weeks. Once again, he beat Tozawa and has not lost since. And he's continuing it. All right. Let me move on over here. Let's go back to the menu here, and I'll just sit it right here while I take a look at what we have for this week. So, with Wyatt's win and Harper's win and Woods' win, Wyatt, Woods, and Harper are officially at 8-3, and they're at the top. Akira Tozawa lost. He is now officially out of first, or at least, yeah, that is the young boy finish. Or he's at the very least like tied for fourth now. Let me see. Sasha lost, so that's not a thing. Let's see. Ishii and Dunn. Didn't they both win? Dunn won and Ishii won. So now Tozawa's down with Ishii and Dunn at 7-4. So it's very interesting to see what happens here with some of these guys. Joe could have really used a win. It doesn't completely take him out of the deal here, but I will say, let me see, Yoshida, Omega, and LeRae. LeRae won, Yoshida won, and Omega won. They all won. They all have 6 wins. So I believe officially, with Shingo losing, Flamita losing, Yoshida, Omega, and LeRae all with a win. They were the ones on the border. I think now officially Shingo Takagi and Flamita are both out of the running. They're out of the playoffs, to the surprise of absolutely no one. So that is week 11. We have 4 more weeks, and it is very close right now. And let me see here. The matches next week: Flamita versus Kenny Omega, Samoa Joe and Shingo Takagi. Those sound like some decently easy wins. Matt Hardy and Tomohiro Ishii should be interesting. Sasha Banks and Bray Wyatt. That should be interesting as well, because Sasha has been kind of back and forth the last few weeks. She got the loss today, but she had a bit of a streak going, so we'll see what she can do against Wyatt. I mean, crazy things have happened so far. Yoshida versus Woods. Oh man, that's going to be interesting, because Yoshida is in need of a win to stay up there right now. Yoshida's at 6-5. So right now he's right now he's on the cusp of the playoffs. He's right there. And Xavier Woods is going to want to keep his number 1 spot. Luke Harper, Pete Dunne is going to be another one that'll be interesting to see as well. I think Dunn did win this week, so he's 7-4. Harper is 8-3, so it's like 2 of the top guys competing as well. So yeah, it's going to be like a tied for first and tied for fourth. That's going to be a big one. Tozawa versus Jervis. And that'll probably be good for Tozawa to have something, hopefully, you never know, but hopefully easier for him. And then fucking Candice LeRae versus Matt Riddle should be disgusting to watch. And I mean for Riddle, because I think LeRae might just cut him to death. And we might just see 18,000 cutters come out of this as she tries to put away Matt Riddle, as Riddle just consistently knees and kicks her in the face. So there you go. That was week 11. That was what we got coming up for week 12. So I will take probably just a little bit of a break to set up for TEW. It won't take me too long, and I'll still be pretty much here talking to you guys. But yeah, I'll have TEW for you guys in the chat here live if you are watching this on YouTube. Thank you so much for continuing to watch, and we are just a few weeks away from the playoffs. I will see you next time.